So I guess I'm live. Hi guys, welcome back everyone. Can you let me know if I'm audible to you all and if my screen is visible as well? We'll be starting shortly. We'll be starting with the class. I've joined early so that yeah, we can have all people gathered up and then we can start with the class, guys. So welcome back everyone. Until then, let me just set up the screen. Yeah guys, how are you? How are you all? Yeah, good evening guys, good evening everyone. We'll be starting shortly. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start with the class, guys. Yeah, guys, good evening, everyone. So we started yesterday with React basics. We talked about how exactly React works, what is React, why is it so popular. We talked about certain different things. Today we'll be starting with one step ahead. We'll be starting with the basic prerequisites for React. So you can't just create a React project randomly on your PC or whichever operating system you're using. You need some installations or pre-installed softwares for doing that. So we'll talk about that, what all things can be required or should be present. Then we will also be talking about how exactly a React project looks like. So what all things you need to do. We'll also talk about that. Guys, this is a completely free bootcamp. Okay. This is not a course. This is a 7-day bootcamp to get you started or to have basically to give you a jump start with React. It is totally free. If you want, you can attend it without paying any fees. So yes, it is free. You can attend it for 7 days. And if you complete on every single day, if you fill the attendance, you can even achieve a completion certificate for the same. Yeah, guys, you can attend the sessions at any point of time, at any pace you want. You can even attend it after the boot camp is finished. But remember that if you are absent for any of the single days in between, you won't be able to get the completion certificate. That is the case because the attendance for every single day is compulsory. That's it. You can attend it whenever you want. There is no restriction. That is why it is live on YouTube. Anyone can attend. So yes guys, let's just wait for 1 more minute and then we'll start with the class. Okay guys, so yeah, let's wait for 2 to 3 more minutes or yeah, and then we can start with the class. So guys, the first thing we'll be talking about is prerequisites. There are two different ways of working or creating a React project. One of them is very simple to use by using online IDE. What are online IDEs? Online IDE means online integrated development environment. You need to do nothing. It is something like social media. You create an account and you start working on it online. So you can open a React project online and you can create something or a website directly online. That is fine. You can do it. I'll show you the option and we'll be using the same option because it is quite easy to set up. Okay, that is the reason we'll be using that. We don't need to set up a lot of things and therefore we'll be using an online IDE for this class. But when it comes to creating a big project or working on a major project, it is always preferred to create it from scratch on your own operating system. So for that, you will have to or you will require some prerequisite installations or softwares. We'll talk about them. Yeah, guys. So shall we start? Yes or no? Or shall we wait for some time? Yes, guys. Okay, fine. Great. Let's start then, guys. Okay, let's do it, guys, then. Let's continue. So let's talk about the installation or the pre installation which you require for React to work in your, you can say, operating system. So there is, you can say, two things you require for your React project to work completely. Now, the first thing which you require is Node.js. Okay, guys. So Node.js is a prerequisite. It is basically a runtime environment. That is what you require for your React project to work. So yes, React project is dependent on Node.js, and therefore you require something known as Node.js. Simply go to Google, search for Node.js. You'll find the first link which says nodejs.organization. Either you can directly click on it if you want to read about it, or you can directly go to the downloads page. You go to the downloads page, you will find two options. On the basis of, you can say, your operating system, you can start downloading them. Now, guys, there are two options for download. There are two different versions available. One of them is current, which is the latest version, and one of them is LTS, which is the most tested and stable version, guys. So I will prefer that you use LTS version, which is recommended for most users. So it is the most stable one and it is always recommended. Don't go with the latest one because it might have some bugs at this point of time because it is still in testing. It is still the latest one. So always go with recommended. Download your particular software. It will basically download a installable file. So it will download a MSI file in Windows. It will download a PKG file in Mac, and it will download a GZ file in any other, you can say, operating system, and then you can click on it. It is a installation. So you just need to click on next, proceed, and therefore it will be installed. It is what? It is Node.js. It is a runtime environment and it is required for your React project to work. So that is what you will require. And guys, after installing it, you won't be able to instantly create a React project. You will have to restart your operating system. So remember that you might not be able to, you can say, start working on it instantly. So it works for some cases, it does not work for some cases. So it is better to just restart your, you can say, operating system or PC or Mac, whatsoever you have, and then start working on it. Now, this is one of the things which you would require. Now, with addition to this Node.js, you also get something known as NPM. We'll talk about that in brief, that what it is, what it does, and what exactly it is. But you don't need to install it additionally. It is something which is basically attached to node.js. So when you install node.js, you get something known as NPM with it. And that is also very important. We'll talk about that. But yeah, this is one of the things. Now, guys, one of the things you would also require, this is not important or not compulsory, but I prefer it, is something known as Git. So you should have something known as Git installed in your operating system as well. Okay. So what is Git used for? Basically, it is used for tracking. Okay. Tracking your files in your project. So whenever you create a project, it is always preferred to use Git or GitHub with it in addition, so that you can maintain and manage your code. I won't be telling you how to do it because it will take definitely a full class for the same. But yes, you can learn about it on YouTube if you want to. But yes, this will be, you can say, a very good approach, or this will help you out to manage your projects. We won't be using it at this point of time, but yes, it is good to have software. It is not compulsion, you don't require it, but I prefer having Git installed on your operating system as well. Again, the same thing, download, go to downloads option, choose your particular operating system, download the installable file, click on it, proceed, and it will be installed. Now, guys, so we have talked about the installation of what all things will be required. Now, guys, what exactly do you need to do to create a project? Okay, we'll talk about that. But let's talk about the second option. Now, if you don't want to do this installations, if you just directly want to test it out, if you want to create a project without writing a single line of code, then there is another option which you can use. You can use an online IDE. So what is an online IDE? It is a development environment where you can code and you can write everything. So where you can get it, you can simply search on Google for something known as Code Sandbox. Code Sandbox. You can search for Code Sandbox online, and the first link which you get, which is codesandbox.io, this will be the one. You click on it and it will take you to the official page of Code Sandbox. Guys, you will need to create an account on it. I already have an account, so therefore I am in the dashboard section. Okay, so you'll need a Code Sandbox account, and now you're ready to create and start working on a new project in React, guys. You're done. That is it. That is what you need to do. Now, what to do? After creating an account, you just simply need to click on New Sandbox. You click on New Sandbox and you get certain different template options, okay, to choose from. What you need to do, at the top right, you have filter section. You just write here React and you get bunch of options. You select the first one, which is React. Only React, plain React. You click on it and that's it, guys. It opens a fresh new project for you, and it is a React based project. You can see it is a React based project because your file name is JS. It is a React based project, guys. Okay. So you can see this is a React based project, completely open for you. You didn't install anything. You didn't do anything. You're working in an online environment. So yeah, this is also one of the solutions you can use. And I prefer this if you are starting freshly. Okay. If you're starting new, I would prefer this so that you can understand the basics first, and then you can move to the installation process and how it works. Okay guys, clear till now. Then we'll proceed with the next step and we'll proceed further. Yes guys. I think there was a network lag in between. Guys, can you let me know if I was audible in between? You were able to hear me, whatever I said? Okay guys, great. Now let's proceed. Fine. So these are the two things, or these are the two methods you can use with. Now this is pretty simple, and this is how you can create a new project in an online environment. Now let's proceed, and now let's check what all things you can do if you are working on an offline environment. The way which you installed, or where you installed the software node.js, right? So guys, this is something known as official documentation. Now, whenever you start working on a new project, when you start working on a new project or a new technology, it is always preferred that you go through the documentation for the same. So documentation is what? It is basically a document created which contains the list of all the functionalities for a particular project. That is it. So how you can get the documentation for React.js? What you need to do is simply go to Google and type React and search for it. The first link which you get is React organization, the official website of React. You click on it and then you can see the docs option, documentation option. You click on it and you can see this is the official documentation of React. And guys, whatsoever we discuss about, that all will be available here, guys. That all thing would be available here for you to view, and you can say read through. And guys, it is always preferred to go through the documentation. It is a lot, guys. There will be a lot of information. You won't be able to digest a lot of it because there will be a hell lot of information. If I just open one of the sections, you can see there are different sections available. But yes, it will be very helpful when you are stuck at a particular point. Yeah. So now what we can do. So guys, let's go to at the top installation. You can see what we want to do. We want to create a new project. So basically that is known as installation. You can go to getting started installation and you would be able to see a list of things. Now what you need to do here, what do we want to do? We want to create a new React app or a new React project. So you can simply go to the section create a new React app. And that's it, guys. You will be navigated to this section, a new React app. And here it shows the list of all the things you need to do to create a new React project. These are the 3 commands which you need to run. What you need to do, you need to run these 3 commands and your project will be created. Now, what are these 3 commands? Now, what are these 3 commands and what exactly will they do? Let's talk about it. So this is only for the case when you are creating it on your own operating system, on your own PC. So this is the first command which is actually responsible for creating your project. Okay. So what did you do? You write npx and you write a command which is responsible for creating the project. So this is the command responsible for creating the project which says create a React app. Okay, create a React app. And the name of the app would be, or the name of the project would be my-app. So this is the name and you can change it to whatever you want. You can change it to whatever you want. That is not a problem. Yes, you can change it. So this is the command and this is a breakdown. So this is known as the create React app command, and this helps you to create a new project in React. Now, what are these 2 commands, guys? These are basic shell commands, guys. Guys, if the screen is not clearly visible, let me just check, guys, what can be done. Just a sec. Okay, the settings are not changeable. Guys, what is the maximum quality available for you guys at this point of time? Can you let me know? What is the maximum quality in which you can stream for today? Okay, 720. Yes, guys, the screen should be visible. I don't think there should be a problem. Yeah, let's proceed. Let's proceed, guys. Okay. Yeah, so we talked about this command. Now, where to run it? We talked about this command. Now, where to run this command to create a project? For this, you need nothing but a command prompt, guys. If you have never opened a command prompt, it is very simple. Go to your start menu, search for CMD, and you will see command prompt. You click on it, it will open a black screen, guys. This is known as a command prompt. Now, this is exactly same as the folder structure you see in your projects or basically in your files. So basically, I am in my Lenovo folder at this point of time. This is what it shows me. So I am in my C drive, I am in my users folder, and inside it, I am in my Lenovo folder. Now, if I want to create a project or if I want to create a project folder with the name my app, inside this, you can see Lenovo folder. What I can do, I can simply navigate back to command prompt and I can paste this command here. So what did I do? I said npx create -react -app my app. That's it. What it will do? It will create a new folder known as my app. The name of the folder would be my app. And basically that will be my folder for my React project. It will contain all the necessary files for me to start working on the React project. It will install them automatically. It will do everything automatically. The single thing which you need to do is hit enter. I won't do it because I don't want to start working on a, you can say, offline project or on an operating system based project. So I don't need it. But yes, you can do it. Now, what are the bottom two commands then? These are navigation commands, guys. Okay. So CD is used for navigating from one folder to another. So let's say if you have, or when you wrote this command, I told you it will create a new folder known as my app. So now after creation of the folder, you can move to that folder or you can enter that folder. How you can do that? You can write CD and then you can write the name of the folder, which is my app, and you will enter that particular folder. Yes, directory structure, absolutely. Changing directory, that is what CD is used for. Guys, CD is not applicable for Ubuntu and you can say Ubuntu or Mac. There might be some difference, okay. I'm not saying exactly, but the code or the syntax might change. Now, after navigating, what am I doing next? I am again running another command, which is npm start. What will that do exactly? So guys, whenever you create a new project in React, it always contains some or another thing which is visible on the screen. So basically, whenever you create a new project, it is ready to deploy, which means it is ready to visit. It contains at least one page which shows you that your project setup is ready and now you can start editing this project. That is what it will show you something. So whenever you install a new project, it always contains a single page of HTML and it contains general data about the React project which you created. So how to run the project? You can simply run npm start. You can write it after visiting or after navigating into the folder my app. You can write npm start and it will start your project and you will be able to see your output in your, you can say, browser. You will be able to navigate and see the output. So that is how you actually create a project and you can view the output in, you can say, the final output. Now guys, we will look into it. Okay. I definitely said we'll be using online IDE, but at the end of the class or on the 7th day, I'll tell you that how exactly you can set it up. Okay. We'll also look into that. So whatever you did here, you can exactly do the same in your operating system or through this process as well. But you can see it is time consuming. That is why I'll just show you how to do it at the end so that there is no doubts at that point of time. Now let's close it and let's directly start using our online system. So this is the project structure. This is the folder structure you can see. Now guys, this is a very clean folder structure. The reason being you are using an online IDE and it removes all the unnecessary files from it. Okay, it removes all the unnecessary or temporary files from the project. So it will remove all the unnecessary files from the project and therefore you are seeing the project is looking very empty or very basic. But whenever you start with a new project by the installation process or by this process where you install it one by one, right? This way, npx create React app, your folder structure would not be this clean. It would have a lot of files. So we need to talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about that, guys. So yeah, there will be number of different files. So let's talk about that because in that you will have some additional files. And if we just talk about that, you will also be able to understand what all these files are. Okay. It is just a reduction of some unnecessary files. So let's discuss about what all things will be visible when you start working on that. So what I'll do, I will also make it small in size so that it is visible to all of you. Just a sec, guys. Yeah, guys, now we can start. So guys, this is the basic folder structure you will see if you start working on this, guys. Okay, let's not use this. Yup, guys. Let's use this. Now guys, so whenever you create a new project, right? Whenever you create a new project and you create it with npx create react app, you get, you can see this folder structure. Now in this folder structure, there are some additional files. I will remove them. These are not included. Okay. So I took a screenshot from one of my old projects. So it contains some additional files which are not present by default. So I'll remove them. Okay. I'll just mark them with a black color, black ink, so that you don't get confused. Yes, guys, these were the additional files I included. Now these are not present. Everything else is always present in a new fresh project. Now guys, let's proceed. So guys, let's try to understand what all of these files exactly do in your project, because that is important to learn. So the first file which you have is nothing but node modules. So if you can see, we have something known as node modules. So if I just take it here, you have node modules, and what does it do, guys? It is basically nothing but a structure for storing packages. Now to understand this, we will have to understand something known as packages. Okay. Structure for storing packages. Now what are packages? So packages are nothing, guys. Packages are just small, you can say, functionalities which are enclosed together. Now guys, when we talk about React, what is React? React is a JavaScript library, right? We talked about. So what exactly is React? React is nothing but a set of JavaScript code. So basically it consists of some number of JavaScript files, and they all together make React. So what is exactly React? React is nothing but a package. Why? Because it contains a set of JavaScript files which all together add some additional functionality to your project. And that is why React is nothing but also known as a package. So to manage these sort of packages, because in your React project there can be multiple packages, you need something known as node module. So node module basically contains all the code for different packages present inside your React project. There can be a lot of functionalities in your project, guys. And that is what this folder contains. The functionality. So the basic functionality, that is what this node modules folder contains. Now guys, is it clear what we talked about here? Then we'll proceed. What node modules is. It will be more clear when we discuss about one more topic, and then we'll proceed. Let me just clear it. Okay, great. Now guys, let's proceed first. So guys, for this to understand, you will have to understand something known as Node.js. And inside Node.js, not exactly Node.js, but inside it, I told you that you also get, whenever you install Node.js, something known as npm, guys. And that is nothing but Node Package Manager. And as the name suggests, guys, it is nothing but it works as a package management. Okay. So its responsibility, or npm is responsible for managing all the list of packages in your project. So let's say you have 5 different packages you are using in your project. So npm would be responsible for separating and holding those files. Okay. Managing those files, storing those files in your project, using them whenever they are required. All of that is done by something known as npm. Okay. Now guys, if you remember, let's also talk about it. This is known as Node Package Manager, and that is what it is used for, right? And it has certain different components. We'll talk about that. But Node Package Manager. Now guys, if you remember, whenever we were creating a new project, we were using npx, right? We were using npx create React app, and then we were writing the project name. Now, if you remember, it is somewhat similar to NPM. So what is this? This is nothing but execution. Okay. So NPX refers to execution. Okay, that is what it refers. So when you want to execute a command, or when you want to execute and create a new project, you use NPX. So NPX is that, or basically NPX means execution. So execute create React app command and create a project, a React project with so and so project name. That is what it means, and that is what NPX command means. I think that should be clear. Now let's proceed. That is what NPX means. Okay. Now guys, with NPM, you get certain different things in addition to it. Okay. NPM just can't do all, you can say, on its own. It requires, or it basically adds certain different files in your project to be able to do package management. And those certain different files are package log.json, package.json. So these are two files which are added by NPM so that it can manage your project. And even node modules is added by NPM so that it can manage your packages inside your, you can say, project. Now guys, one thing to remember, why are we talking about packages so much? Why are we emphasizing on packages a lot? Because that is very important, guys, to understand. Now let me just tell you a scenario that I talked about React package, but there are tons of different packages. Then what is the use case of all these packages? Where am I able to use them? Why are they so important? How can we use them and how can we leverage them? That is very important to understand. So guys, let's take a use case that I want to create an application. Okay, I want to create an application and I want to create some functionality inside it. Let's say that I want to create a set of functionality or a set of inputs or input fields. Okay, and it has some button inside it. Let's say this. Now let's say I find that whatever I'm creating here is a very common problem. And this problem or this statement or this code which I wrote here can be used by a lot of people. Not only me, a lot of people present online, present in the React community can use this same code and basically apply this functionality on their own. So they won't have to write this code again and again. So what can I do with it? I think that this is a big problem. A lot of people might require this code and I want to share it. What can I do? I can create a package out of it. I've found a functionality and I think a lot of people can use it. What can I do? I can create a package out of it. So I can create a public package and I can say that this is a package I am providing for anyone on the internet to use. And that's it. I created a package and now it is publicly accessible by people on the internet. Now, if someone wants to achieve this functionality, if someone wants to do something related to this, he can import my package and start using it. So what will be the use? He will not have to write this all code again and again. There will be some functionality and you can reuse it. Reusability, guys. Reusability is the factor because of which packages were introduced. Okay. Now guys, let me just tell you an example in terms of React, right? What did React try to resolve? React found out that the normal traditional way of working was very tiring and time consuming. React found out that whatever I'm doing is fine and working, but I can make it better. So what they did, they added some set of functionalities, right? They said that I can do it so and so way. This is my JavaScript code and I can try to resolve this problem by so and so code. They created a package out of it. And now they said that this can be used by a lot of people to resolve their problem as well. If they are facing this problem, they can install this package and they can start using it. So they made this package public. So they made this package public and they said that people, if you are facing the same problem, start using our React package. And people started using it. And that's why it became so popular. Because people knew that this is the problem they commonly face They started using this package, they installed this package, and they started creating websites out of it. That is what packages are. A set of functionalities which can be reused. Yes, packages are same as libraries, guys, sort of. Now, guys, we talked about one of them. There can be many different packages. There are packages made for even the smallest thing you can think of, right? So if you remember, in a CSS or a HTML, basic HTML page, you used to use something known as Bootstrap, right? Which was a CSS library, right? You used to use Bootstrap, which was a CSS library. What did it do? It helped you in creating responsive websites very fast, and you can say it helped you in styling them very fastly, right? That is what they helped you in. So Bootstrap is what? Bootstrap is also a package. So if you want to use Bootstrap in React, it is nothing but it is present in the form of a package. It is something which is additional. You don't require it, but it can really help you out. So what I can do, if I want to use Bootstrap in React, I can install its package and I can start using Bootstrap. That is what packages are. Additional functionalities which you can add to your project. And that can be anything, guys. That can be any small to biggest functionalities. Let's say that I have a lot of icons. I want to use a lot of icons in my project. What I can do, there are different packages which provide you with set of icons you can use. There is something known as a very popular package known as React Icons. You can search for it. It is a package. What does it do? It only provides you with a set of thousands of icons so that you can use them inside your project. What is that? That is a package. That is what package means. And as I told you that in a project, you can have tons of different packages, not just one. You can have 10, 20, 1,000 different packages. And because of that, you require a package manager like NPM to manage those packages, to manage the file and functionality of those packages. I think it should be clear what packages are, what NPM is, and what Node Package Manager actually does. Then we'll talk about these files, these three files. Yes, guys, yes or no? Then we'll proceed. Okay, great. Let's proceed, guys, then. So now let's proceed with the file structure. Now let's talk about these three files. So guys, the first file, which is node modules, is nothing but a folder, and basically it stores all the different files related to all the different packages. So node modules is nothing but basically a directory or a storage place, you can say, and it contains all the different packages or package related files which are there. And guys, it contains thousands of different files. So if you by mistake ever open node modules, you would find tens of thousands of files present inside it. You don't really need to open them and look inside them, but if you're curious enough, you can. And I guarantee you won't be able to understand a lot out of it, but yes, those are nothing but package related code. All the code related to all the different packages you have installed in your project. That is managed inside node modules. Okay, node modules folder. Now, node modules is used for managing all the files inside, you can say, all the different packages you have installed. Now then, what is package log.json and package.json? So let's first talk about package.json. Guys, package.json is nothing but metadata. Okay, it contains metadata about your project. Metadata about project. So guys, whenever you create a project, there are certain things which a project contains. A project contains a name. What is the name of your project? A project contains a version. What is the version of your project? A project contains something known as dependencies. So guys, dependencies is nothing. It is just a third name for packages. Libraries, packages, and dependencies are the same thing, guys. Are the one and the same thing. So don't get confused. If I use anywhere library, if I use anywhere package, if I use anywhere dependency, It is the same thing. So basically, my package.json contains metadata, contains written information about the details of my project. So what is the name of my project? What is the version of my project? What are the different dependencies I am using in my project? And if you want, we can look into it. Let's see if I can show you some example. Okay, let's go to, you can see this is our online IDE, right? It also contains a package.json file. You can see here, what does it contain? It contains the name of my project, which is React. It contains the version of my project, which is 1.0.0, the latest version, the first version of my project. It contains a basic description about my project. It contains some keywords related to my project. Right? Now, all the things you can skip for now. The thing important is dependencies. What is dependencies? Packages. So all the packages I have installed, it contains a list of all the packages. You can see I have a package known as React. So I'm creating a React project. So I require React package for that. I have a package known as React DOM. So this is also a compulsory package for your React application to work. So whenever you create a React project, these three packages are always installed, which is React, React DOM, and React Script. So basically these are the three packages you have, and it also shows the version of the package. So every package has a certain version. React has, this is the 18th version of the React package. This is the 18th version of the React DOM package. This is the 4th version of the React Script package. So that is what it contains. Additional details about your project and the packages you have installed. Now skip everything else. No need to know about what all else things are there. But yes, it contains basic details about your project, metadata, additional details about your project. I think that should be fine and clear. Let's proceed now. Now guys, we have talked about package.json, what it does. Now we have only left with package-log. Now guys, this is something sort of interception. Okay, it might get a little bit confused. You might get a little bit confused when we talk about this. But yes, it is sort of important. Okay. So what does package-log.json contain? So now guys, one thing to understand before learning about package-log.json. Now guys, when basically this React package was created, right? When this React package was created, or React on its own was created, before that npm already existed. So basically Node Package Manager was already present, and then React was introduced on top of it. Okay. React was introduced on top of npm. So npm or Node Package Manager already existed. There were tons of different individual packages which existed inside it, which you can install. So basically whenever the React package was created, this React package also required some packages from npm. So whenever the developer of the React project, or whenever someone created React, he also added some predefined packages. Why did he add it? So that the development of this React package can be made easy. So for his own ease, for adding additional functionalities, he used some packages from npm. So he used first, second, third. Let's say these three packages he installed for creating this React package. So for creating a package, you can use additional packages, right? I think this should be clear till now. So for creating a package, I can use already existing packages. I can install them and work with them. So now, what do you think? If I am installing this React package, or if I am installing this React package, or if I'm using this React package, will I not require these three packages? Yes, I would definitely. Why? Because for React to run, it also requires these three packages on which it depends, because they are dependent, or my React package is dependent on these three projects. So when I'm installing React, with that I'm also installing these additional three packages on which my React project depends. So what is this? Dependency for my project, and this dependency also has its own dependency. Am I clear, guys? Are you able to understand? Dependencies of dependency. So my package can be dependent on a package. That package can also be dependent on any other package. Absolutely. Interception. So because of this reason, because of this factor, you require package dash lock, because package.json only contains a list of packages required by your project. So if I require React, so it will contain in the list, it will contain React written inside it. It will contain React DOM, but it does not contain the list of dependencies for React. So it does not contain the list of all the packages which are required for React to run, or all the packages which are required for React DOM to run. But still, we need that information. So where can we store that information? That information is stored in package log.json. So this is additional information, not the core information about my project, but still for my project to run, I require that information, and that is why it is stored in package log.json. So guys, that is the reason package-log.json is required. It contains metadata about dependencies of dependencies. So basically it contains metadata about this. And yes guys, it is quite similar to node modules. It is very wide in size. It also contains tens of thousands of lines of code. Okay, 10,000 to 20,000. It can contain such lines of code. Okay, so that is why I would not prefer you open and see it. But yes, you can definitely try it out and look into it. But yes, it is big and it is used for so and so reason. I think I should be clear about how exactly npm works, what is Node Package Manager, and what are these three files used for. Now guys, am I clear on this topic? Then we will proceed with the rest of it. Guys, the name of the online IDE which we are using is Code Sandbox. Okay guys, I think we will stop here for today. I think we will stop here. Yeah, it will be too much of knowledge for single day, because you will take some time to digest it, guys. Okay, I want you to go through the video again if you have any doubts, and please let me know tomorrow if you have any doubts. We will start with the doubts first. Okay, yes, I'll provide you with the attendance, don't worry about that. Okay, someone asked that which online ID we are using. We are using Code Sandbox, guys. Code Sandbox. Okay, this is the IDE we are using. Now guys, let me just provide you with the attendance before I forget. Just give me a sec, guys. So here you go, guys. So you have only 10 seconds, guys. Take a screenshot as soon as possible. And then we will proceed. To run the commands, yes guys, to run any command like npm, npx, you would require Node.js, because it all depends on Node.js. Okay, everything includes, right? npm starts with node, npx starts with node. It means it is dependent on Node.js. So that is why you require Node.js. See guys, if you're facing a problem where you're not able to see, right? If you're not able to see clearly, if your screen is a little bit blur, what I would suggest is Just wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Just note the time period, right? Whenever I showed this to you in the video, just note the time period, wait for few minutes, and then go back and try to see it in higher, you can say higher pixels or higher quality. That is what you can do max to max. I know definitely it might be a network issue and you might not be able to see it properly. Yes, guys, can anyone tell me by visiting this link that is it working or not? Guys, if you want to see how exactly Node.js needs to be installed, there are a lot of different YouTube videos already available for it. That is why I'm not showing you that. You can simply find a YouTube video where it shows that how exactly Node.js works. Okay, let me just check, guys, if this is working. Yeah, guys, it is working. Okay, I'll close it. Okay, yeah, someone told me package dash lock, right? So yeah, guys, if you really ask me that is package dash log file really required? No, guys, it is not. It is just a record maintaining. Okay, it is used for record maintenance. You just need to know what exactly it is used for. Even if you delete package dash log file, not a big deal. Your project will still work. That is why when we go to, or that is why when we were using online IDE, you don't see anywhere package dash log file. You just see package.json file. That is a necessary file. It contains details about your project. That is a very necessary file. But is package dash log a necessary file? No, guys, absolutely not. It is just generated so that it can contain basic details of your project. That's it, guys. Guys, if you want to see the link, please rewind the video and see it. I won't be showing it to you again. And it should be working, guys. Yeah. Just try to visit the video again in a higher quality and it should be clear. Yeah, guys, we can even do that. Let's do it. Okay, I've shared it in the chat box. I've pinned the message to the top. And I will delete it after 10 seconds, guys. So please fill it as soon as possible. We can do that. Guys, smart guys. I never thought of it. Yeah, guys, we can do it. That will be way more easier. Okay, guys, time's up. I'm deleting it. Yeah, guys. So that is it for today, guys. We will stop here. So if you like the topic, if you are able to understand whatever we talked about today, please like the video and you are good to leave, guys. If you are able to understand everything, if you are able to understand the details or whatever we talked about today, please leave a thumbs up in the chat box and you're good to leave, guys. So we will end our session here and we'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue with the rest of it, guys. Till then, bye-bye and take care, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.